going into this Emmys, excitement, it's bittersweet because it's the last one for Veep.
All of the above. I mean, it's awfully nice to be invited back to the party again, but, and it also, I will admit, I can feel it. We're all kind of hanging on it because it's an opportunity for us to get together again. And so we're having a few parties in advance of the Emmys, and because we want to get together, it's a very close-knit group of people, so.
Well, Tony was almost in tears talking about it. He said he's throwing a dinner 2 weeks before, and I suggested maybe that's the time we plan the Emmys hijinks for Veep, like winning or losing, are we going to get on stage? Is there going to be like a hijinks?
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't gone there yet in my mind.
This is a historic, all jokes aside, this is a historic nomination for you. If you win, you will be the most winningest performer that has ever existed at the Emmys. You don't think about it?
Well, it's a big deal. It is a big deal, But, I mean, look, I've already won because making... And I know it sounds like corny, but it's really true. Making Veep is a win. It has been a huge win in my life. And the trophies are fabulous, don't get me wrong. It's wonderful to win those. But the real win is in the work, and we've worked our asses off on this show. And we've had a grand time doing it. So, but anyway. I'm just happy to be invited back to this party.
I love that. When you did the finale for Seinfeld, there was mixed reviews about the ending for Veep. Did you feel the pressure of so many people? This show is so beloved. You had to get it right. And then now that it's out there, how's the reaction been?
Well, I did feel the pressure. Not so much because of Seinfeld, but just because I put it on myself. I've been fiercely protective of the quality of this show for 8 years, fiercely, okay? And so I did not want to screw this up from a creative point of view. And the reaction has been very enthusiastic. I think people really like the finale. It was good I think it stood on its own as an episode of the show, and I also think if you were a big Veep fan, there were so many callbacks and Easter eggs within it, including the Tom Hanks joke, which harkened back to the pilot, as did a few other jokes back to the very pilot of the episode.
And I think what happened is that I've been asking everyone kind of tongue-in-cheek, could we do a spin-off? Could we do a reboot? But to me, with the finale, you guys kind of checkmarked. I don't know that there's any more Veep to be done. It really was kind of a perfect bow.
Good. I'm glad you thought that.
Is that how you felt? Okay.
Yes, I'm very proud of it. I really am. I think we worked long and hard and went through many iterations of what it was going to be, really many. And so I think we landed in the right spot.
And looking back, going into this Emmys and going to this sort of final hurrah for Veep, this show has meant so much to you as a character, and then the way your life has changed, the things you've overcome during that time. What has it meant to you to have the support of these people and just this show be the grounding force during that time?
Well, I have to say there's sort of a long answer here, but I would say that I've had a lot of personal challenges, losses of dear ones in my family, and my own battle with cancer. And had I not have had this really close, intimate relationship with all of these people with whom we linked arms, and we tried to do the most joyful, funny thing possible as a team. It was like being on a sports team, except it was, for entertainment purposes. And that was the most buoying thing to constantly be coming back to. And it really helped me. It gave me something to laser focus on during my illness, and I needed to laser focus beyond my illness. So, yeah, it was a lifesaver.